When I first saw Panasonic's auto tracking software at IBC about 7 years ago, just like me, it was a bit clunky and easily confused, but the potential was obvious. For applications like lecture capture, with a single well-lit person moving in front of a plain background, it worked really well, but it struggled with more complex scenarios. Fast forward a few years, and a combination of the evolution of the software and great leaps in processor power have led to much greater accuracy and new features like facial recognition and deep learning. Auto tracking is really effective for long-form shooting in classrooms and conferences, where it might not be practical or economically viable to pay a camera person. As you've probably guessed, I'm using Panasonic auto tracking to make this video. We're using an AWUE50 PTZ with built-in tracking. Now, Panasonic's auto tracking software needs a decent spec of PC to run on the same network as a PTZ camera. An even more powerful computer is needed if multiple cameras track subjects simultaneously, which can be done with additional licenses. For single camera tracking, choose the SF100 license. For 3 cameras, you need both an SF200 and an SF202 license. And for 4 cameras, you need an SF200 and SF203 license. In the last few weeks, Panasonic has managed to shoehorn a cut-down version of their tracking technology into their latest PTZ's operating system. Tracking is now built-in and free on the AWUE40, the UE50 and the UE80 cameras. Let's look at how you use auto tracking and the differences between the paid-for software version and the free built-in tracking. The software has face detection and sophisticated body tracking utilizing AI and deep learning. It's clever and rarely makes an error. It could be used in a studio setting as well as a classroom or lecture theatre, and the backgrounds can be much more complex. Once a face is registered, facial tracking will ensure the correct target is tracked and other faces are ignored. If a subject turns their back, the deep learning algorithm still recognises them as human and continues to follow them. A presenter can be placed anywhere in the frame, top, bottom, left or right. This is great when you want the presenter to be on the left or right of the picture, or simply want to give them more headroom. In comparison, the built-in tracking has far fewer features, but it's very easy to set up and very easy to use. It can be set to auto start with the camera, and like a duckling, it will start following the first person it sees. You can set it to a mid-shot or full body shot, or leave the operator to change the framing, but you can't place the person within the frame like you can with the software. You can choose a preset to return to when the target is lost, and it's sensible to set this to a wide shot, where it has much more chance of finding a new target. For many applications, the built-in tracking is perfectly adequate, but features like facial recognition can simplify more complicated productions. In an awards show, a presenter could be automatically tracked by one PTZ while an operator concentrates on the guests on a second camera. When you factor in the cost of licenses and a high-end PC or laptop to run the software, the built-in tracking is certainly a very attractive option. But it's good to know you can upgrade to the software tracking, especially as the built-in tracking isn't available on higher-end cameras like the UE100, the 150 and the 160. The free-month free trial of the software works with all the current Panasonic PTZ cameras, and we'll put a link to it below the video. Don't forget, it only runs on PC and needs a fast processor with a high-spec graphics card for the best results. So, Panasonic's tracking has come a long way since I got that first demo 7 years ago. The built-in tracking simplifies setups and is really easy to use, but the software tracking has more powerful features and a generous free trial if you want to check it out. If you want to buy a Panasonic PTZ with built-in tracking or the Panasonic SF software licenses, head over to our website. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.